Okay, hello everyone and welcome. DSP here live on the stream. Today is Wednesday, January 25th, 2017. I got a lot to talk about on this pre-stream. Excuse me. As soon as I start talking, of course, I get a tickle in my throat. Yeah, I got a lot to cover on this pre-stream, so let's get right into it, okay? So first off, today will probably be the conclusion of Resident Evil 7, and I know a lot of people might be taken aback by that and be saying, but didn't the game just come out yesterday? You're done with it already? Yeah, I played it 2 hours launch night, Monday night. I played it over 5 hours yesterday, so I'm about 7 hours into it. And from all reports, the game is around roughly 8 to 10 hours long. Based off of where I left off last night, people who have seen the ending of the game and or beat it for themselves are basically saying they're definitely, expecting me to beat the game in this gameplay stream that we're about to begin, okay? By the way, if you hear any noise, that's landscapers outside, zooming up and, mowing the lawn and weed whacking and stuff, so just so you know what that noise is. So yeah, it seems like I'm gonna beat it, in this session. Okay, which is cool. This has been a great game. Just to reiterate what I've been saying for the past day, I really like this game. I really, really enjoy it. I think that it is certainly a return to the roots of true survival horror, which is a good thing. If anything, though, the one thing that I might have to say as a negative, sadly, is that it's too short. In this day and age, when you spend $60 for a game, when you can buy games that are giving you anywhere from 15 to 40 hours of meaningful gameplay. Now, what I mean by that is that not a game, for example, like Mafia 3, where the main story was 8 hours long and all the side content was absolutely terrible, and the game was 30 hours long because you had to waste 20 hours doing boring shit. That's not what I mean. What I mean are more meaningful games such as, Dark Souls. You buy Dark Souls, you end up getting 20, 30 hours of gameplay out of this damn thing, and it's all varied and different, right? Or what about games like, for example, my Game of the Year pick from last year, Uncharted 4. Just the main campaign of Uncharted 4 was 10 to 12 hours, but then it had a multiplayer mode that added in, additional gameplay elements and a lot more multiplayer and stuff. So that being said, it's a hard sell for a game like Resident Evil 7 in the modern era, unless you're really into horror games, you know what I mean? Which a lot of people are. There's people that just love to be scared. That's why horror movies are so popular. But unless you're really, really into it, are you going to spend $60 for a game that's only providing, a half to a third as much content as many other mainstream video games? So, who knows? I don't know. I would definitely want to finish it today. Now, here's the deal. If I finish the game today on this stream, okay, tonight I'm going to be trying to review it. I don't know if I'll have the actual whole review out for tonight or not, but I would like to try to do that because the quicker the better. The sooner I get a review out for a hot new release, the better. And being able to get the game review out for a game, the first major release of 2017, the day after it's released, would be a huge asset in my opinion. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how it goes. If I beat it here tonight, I will try to review it over on KO Gaming. All right. Now, here's the deal, ladies and gents. If I do finish Resident Evil 7 today on stream as planned, that means that tomorrow I got to start something different. Okay. Now, here's the deal. I have 3 options. All right. Here's the 3 options that I'm kind of weighing and balancing for tomorrow. Number 1, I could start a second run through the game in VR. A lot of people have said they want to see me play the game in VR and see if it scares me, see if it's different, see if I can describe the difference, seeing it in virtual reality, the stuff jumping out at me and stuff like that. I doubt that I would do a full playthrough in VR because I really don't want to do another 10 hours of gameplay of a game I've already beaten. You know what I mean? Then again, if I replay it in VR, I'll already know where everything is. So this time I'll be able to streamline my playthrough and just go from point A to point B, grabbing the items I need, running around stuff, not even fighting every enemy because I'll know what exactly I need to do. You know what I mean? So we'll see. That's number 1. That's number 1 option. Number 2 option would be to check out the new expansion for Overwatch, which released yesterday. It's called Year of the Rooster. It's the Chinese New Year celebration expansion for Overwatch. Not only does it feature new skins, it apparently has multiple new features and game modes, including a new Capture the Flag mode that everyone is talking about. It's all the rage. Everyone's like, oh, it's good. It's something different, refreshing. You know, a totally new game mode that people are probably going to like and want to keep in the game long term. Okay? So I could do a session of Overwatch featuring all the new stuff in Overwatch. My third option would be to start my playthrough of Yakuza 0. I have the game. I've pre-downloaded. It's already ready on my PS4, ready to go. And a lot of people who played Yakuza 0 this week rather than play Resident Evil 7 have told me they really, really like it. They say it's 1980s. It's a flashback game, you know, a prequel. And seeing Japan in the 1980s is awesome. They say there's a lot more humor in this one than there have been in previous Yakuza games. Okay? And you may not realize this, folks, but Yakuza games that I've played two of them. I played 4 and 5. Initially, they usually don't get a lot of attention. Okay? But over time, these playthroughs have ended up giving me tons of viewership. I don't know how or why. From what I'm going to understand, what people are saying is that I'm one of the very few YouTubers who, number one, does a full playthrough of it. Anyone else who usually plays the game edits out a lot of stuff, but people who want to see the entire game come to my videos to watch it, because I'm one of the few people who still do that. And number two, I'm also one of the few YouTubers who does it in English. You know, a lot of people get the import and play the imported version, but then you can't even read the subtitles or whatever. So I guess that's why it's kind of gotten a lot of attention. It's funny because I usually play it and don't get a lot of attention. It ends up being an extended playthrough that I stretch out over time. And then I went back and I looked at the viewership on my Yakuza 5 playthrough. It's through the roof. So apparently over the course of 2016, people watched the shit out of it on YouTube, which I did not expect, okay? So I'm certainly looking forward to playing Yakuza 0, all right? So those are the three options for tomorrow. Okay, what I'm going to do tonight, more than likely, is I'm going to put up a poll on Twitter. Obviously, my Twitter is @TheyCallMeDSP, and I'm going to have people vote. And, you know, dependent on what wins, that'll determine what I do tomorrow. Now, the good news is it doesn't really matter. It's really just to determine order. I kind of want to do all of these things regardless. But this will just determine the order that I do them. Okay? Now, there's also a few other things going on. I actually received a code to participate in the beta, the closed beta, not an open beta, but the closed beta for For Honor. Now, I played the alpha for this last summer, and I loved it. Like, I thought it was really original and different. It was a lot of fun doing the online combat for this game, and I'm actually looking forward to this game being released next month. The middle of next month, of all days, it's released on Valentine's Day, For Honor. This is the melee combat game where you either play a samurai, a Viking, or a knight, and each one has this unique combat capabilities with different classes and stuff, and you can have different modes where it's either deathmatch, or duel, or team duel, or you could have this, like, map takeover mode, where you have these little, computer-controlled enemies and troops. It looks pretty good. Like, it really does look original to me. And I definitely liked playing the alpha. So the closed beta actually starts tomorrow, but I think that sometime this weekend, one of the sessions of gameplay that I do this coming weekend is probably going to be the For Honor beta. I'd like to check that out for one session, okay? So you can definitely expect that coming up this weekend. Now, outside of that, supposedly yesterday, some people received their codes for the Injustice 2 beta, okay? Now, I didn't get mine. And by the way, Leanna actually registered for it as well. Leanna's my girlfriend. She didn't get her code. And a ton of people did not get their codes yet. So I think what NetherRealm is doing is they're pretty much doing it correctly, all right? Instead of giving everyone the beta code at once and then having everyone flood in and destroy the fucking test servers and then no one can play, which, by the way, is exactly what they did for Street Fighter V because Capcom's a bunch of fucking idiots, okay? Instead of doing that, I think what they're going to do is they're going to slowly roll out beta codes for Injustice 2, so that's waves. So the first wave of people are playing now. Maybe in a couple days they'll release another batch and another wave of people will load into the servers. They'll continue to test and tweak them. Then the next wave, you know what I mean? So if and when I actually get my code for Injustice 2, I will play it. But I need to get it first. So it could happen quickly. It could be weeks. Who knows? I'm very interested in trying out this game. I really want to play it. So as soon as I get the beta code for it, you can expect me to be all over it. But I can't play it until I get it. And, you know, some people yesterday were coming in here and like, oh my God, you know, why isn't Phil playing Injustice? That's why. Because I don't have it. You know, I can't play if I don't have it. So it is what it is. I'm stuck waiting. And we'll see what happens. Whenever I get it, okay? All right. So, to recap very quickly. Today, the conclusion of Resident Evil 7. If that does happen, then tonight I'm looking to review the game on KO Gaming. I hope I could get that review done for everybody. Tomorrow will be in your hands. It's either going to be Resident Evil 7 in VR, or the Overwatch Year of the Rooster expansion, or the start of my Yakuza 0 playthrough. That poll will be up on Twitter tonight. Okay? And then this coming weekend will be the For Honor closed beta for one session. All right. And whenever I get the Injustice 2 beta code, I will play it. There you go. So there's kind of a general schedule update for everyone on what you can expect in the next few days. Lots of new content, right? New gameplay like crazy, stuff for KO Gaming. It's going to be a lot of fun, in my opinion. All right. Outside of all that, before I get started, all I want to do very quickly is talk about, you know, the plugs, which I only do on pre-stream, so please bear with me here. I want to say thank you to everyone for a great January. People have been coming out for the streams. People have been watching the videos on YouTube. Everything from a perspective of a content creator with me and a viewer with you has been great. I could not be upset at all at the situation, because this was a month where there was almost nothing going on and people really came out to watch my stuff, whether it was my Twitch and Chill Marathon this last Sunday, the Dark Souls Redemption Run playthrough. People were really engaged and loving what I did in January, so that's good news, right? Well, yes and no. It's good news in regards to the fact that everyone was entertained and I had a lot of fun and we all, you know, had a good month together. So that's good, right? It wasn't a boring month. The bad news is, according to YouTube, this month was terrible for me. Oh yeah, even though I did lots of entertaining stuff and people watched it and people were engaged and loved it, YouTube is telling me it's one of my worst months, if not the worst month I've ever did YouTube for a living. So we all have YouTube to thank, number one, for fucking everyone over and changing the algorithms last year, which robbed everyone of views and ad revenue. And by the way, they still haven't fessed up to doing it, even though it's blatantly obvious. There's evidence all over YouTube that they did do this, okay? So they're liars, dishonest, not surprising. Google employees, not fucking surprising. And number two, you know, the fact that ad revenues always plummet in January because all of the advertisement on YouTube gets like front loaded into the end of the year for Christmas. All these advertisers buy these high paying ads at Christmas time. And then as soon as January hits, it shits the bed. Okay? Absolutely shits the bed. And there's nothing you can do about it. You could get sky high views in January and you'll still make less money on YouTube because ad revenue is terrible. So it didn't really matter what I did this month. I was going to have a big decline in business income, all right? Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is because I'm being very honest with everyone. I need to pay my bills, and I will get the payment for this month, this terrible month on YouTube, in March. So right now, I'm good until March, and I'm very nervous that come March, I don't know how I'm going to pay my bills. So if you like what I'm doing, if you're enjoying the ongoing daily streams, but you've loved the edited content that I put out on KO Gaming all month for you this month, you like that balance of what I've done, and you want to see me continue to do this as a job, cover the new releases, do everything for you the way that I'm doing it, there's many ways that you could go above and beyond just simply watching the streams and videos. The first, if you're watching this live stream, you could always subscribe to my Twitch TV channel, which gets you access to the custom emotes that we've made, a subscriber badge, and it makes it so that you don't see the advertisements when I do commercial breaks, all right? You can also use bits to cheer. All right, you can cheer right here in the stream chat, and any of those bits that you cheer with in the stream chat, I get 100% of the profit. And I'll be honest here with everyone, between the subs and the cheering of bits, since I've returned to Twitch, it has been very profitable for me to be here. So moving from YouTube streaming back to Twitch was a massive improvement. And I want to say thank you to everyone who did recommend I did this for so long and, told me about the bits and the changes and everything. You basically helped me out financially in a big way, okay? So please consider subbing here and consider cheering with bits during the course of the streams, especially if you're having a great time, all right? Now, outside of that, there's other ways. First of all, Patreon, patreon.com/darksidephil. If you don't care about the streaming stuff and you just want to basically give me, a pledge or a donation to help me keep doing this, that's the way to go. And you earn some personal perks for doing it, depending on how much you pledge. You could get things like text or verbal thank yous. You can get your questions answered on my bi-monthly Q&A show, Ask the King, which, by the way, it's actually coming up right here. It's going to be the first week of February 2nd. I'm going to be doing the next episode of Ask the King, okay? Because I was originally going to do it tomorrow, but I figured since there's so much new stuff going on this week, it wouldn't make sense. So I'm going to do it next Thursday. So a week from tomorrow will be the next episode of Ask the King, okay? All right. Now, in addition to that, there's also a Loot Crate discount code and referral code. If you go to lootcrate.com/darksidephil and you decide to get any new subscription to any Loot Crate, okay, you can save 10% by using the discount code SAVEME10DSP. That's SAVEME10DSP at checkout. So please consider, if you're going to get a Loot Crate or you're interested, if you see me unbox Loot Crates on my vlogging channel, The King of Hate Vlogs, you probably will be interested in getting one yourself, and you can save 10%. I get a little bit of referral credit when you use that code, I'll be honest here. FYI, in regards to Loot Crate, okay, here's the deal. I'm going to be getting a new one shortly. It's going to be the next Marvel Gear and Goods Crate, okay? That's coming up. So that's going to be an unboxing I'm doing. And I was actually contacted by Loot Crate yesterday, and they may actually, surprise, surprise, they may actually be doing a special program with me because they like how I've been promoting Loot Crate and people have been using my Loot Crate discount code a lot. They liked this. They may be looking to get me Loot Crates earlier, meaning I'll get them before you can actually buy them. And then if you see me unbox it and you like what you see in the unboxing, you can buy that particular Loot Crate yourself. Unfortunately, the way it's been going is I get a crate, I unbox it, and people are like, wow, I really like that. Can I get it? And the answer is, no, that crate already sold out. So they're looking to maybe get me Loot Crates a little bit earlier. Now, I don't know if it's going to work out. They just contacted me about this yesterday. I'll have more information, shortly. So I'll let you know, shortly if that's going to happen or not. But we'll see. Okay, fingers crossed. All right, hold on a second, everybody. Because unfortunately, I have to moderate the stream chat because I got a bunch of people spamming and it's distracting the shit out of me. Now, I don't know why the moderators, I don't know who's here today, I haven't been looking, aren't doing their job. There should not be spamming in the stream chat. Okay, I took care of that. All right, so that's really it. Those are the ways you can help. Subbing on Twitch, cheering with bits during a live stream, obviously watching the videos and streams, using the Loot Crate referral and discount code, and my Patreon. Just want to remind everyone, there's only about 6 days left this month to pledge to my Patreon. This month's goal is the return of the Patron's Choice playthrough, where if you pledge $5 or more by the end of this month, you'll be able to nominate and vote on a game for an extended playthrough, full playthrough that I'll be doing, okay? So, yes, I will be, hopefully hitting the goal and being able to do that for you, but you can pledge, please, and I'm serious about this. I am really nervous about March. It's cool to say, oh, well, at least I'm going to be getting a little bit more money in January and February because, November and December were good months on YouTube. This month, YouTube has been abysmal. And I'm really nervous. If I can't pay my bills in March, that means I don't know how much longer I could do this as a job. You know what I mean? So please consider pledging and participating here in the stream stuff. If you haven't yet, I really need the support. Okay? All right, that is it, everyone. Thank you for watching. It is now time to finish Resident Evil 7. I want to see how it ends. I hope you're excited to see the conclusion. I am. All right. Thank you. And let's get started with the conclusion of Resident Evil 7. We're continuing right where I left off yesterday. All right, here we go.